Okay, what's up guys? Marc Augustine here. And in this video, what we're going to show you is how to snipe using Ecom Sniper. Now, I think this is very interesting because a couple of years ago, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I had kind of like coined the term snipe. But anyway, we'll get into video in a second. If you don't know who I am, my name is Marc Augustine. I've sold on over $20 million on 4 different platforms. So Sammy, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Sammy. I've been dropshipping on eBay for like the last 6, 7 years, and I'm just happy to be here. Yeah.
So Sammy, you wanna talk a second about what sniping is and
Yeah,
the idea behind sniping.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So what sniping is basically, like let's say that we have like a product called, let's use our, the Marc signature example, men's mountain bike, right? So what it is let's say we go ahead and we look at this one item over here and we find it on eBay, right? This huffy hardtail mountain bike, right? What sniping is going ahead and finding this item,
And
finding
wait, hold on. You have to explain that button that you click to find it on eBay. That comes with Ecom Sniper. That's not what someone will see on their
oh
on their
yeah, oh
Amazon,
yeah,
right?
100%. But the thing is, like, I was thinking, like, let's talk about that after they understand the theory and concept.
Yeah, but I'm
You know
saying
what I mean?
just know that some of the processes you're seeing, you can't do it on your computer without Ecom Sniper.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So just to continue is like what sniping is let's say this item right over here, 291.42, right? This huffy hardtail mountain bike, stone mountain, blah blah blah, right? What sniping is finding this item, right, and then going ahead and copying this exact listing onto your eBay account. However, the difference is you perhaps you just change the price and make it lower so that you go ahead and you get the sales on eBay for this item. For example, let's say we open up this item, yeah? It's saying 291.40. This is not a good example because it didn't get any sales. Let's go ahead and find an item that actually sold, yeah?
Yeah, because
So
the
let's
first process of sniping was simply to get the fact that it's a drop shipper.
exactly. So let's go ahead and type in mountain bike. I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of editing just so that people go ahead and like they understand the concept pretty quickly, right?
Okay.
So for example, let's say you go ahead and you let's just theoretically, let's say this person's name, right? His name was, he's a drop shipper, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and change his name just so that we can put it eBay drop shipper. So let's say this person, his username, eBay dropshipper right over here. Let's say he's selling this item, right? And he's sourcing this exact product from Amazon, right? So let's go ahead and open up an Amazon item page. And let's say that, by the way, guys, I'm just gonna do a little bit of editing real quick, just so that you guys can kind of like get the concept down. And like I feel like having a good visual, right? Like it's gonna make sure that you go ahead and like really like ingrain everything that we're saying. Like, what do you think about that, Marc? Because I feel like a lot of the topics that we talk about are fully like are very theoretical in nature, and I think that if somebody goes ahead and like sees a visual element to it, it just changes up everything, huh?
Okay, yeah, it would help.
Exactly. So let's go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and make this edit real quick, and then you'll see. So okay, there we go. All right. So yeah, like this is that was some whatever the case, yeah? Okay. So let's say that this person is selling it for 228 and then the Amazon price is $200, yeah? It'd be better if we found, you know what, let's actually do a real example. I think that would make a lot more sense, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a real example. Let's go ahead and do paddle ball time. And then if we do a real example, I think that um like people will see it. So let's go ahead and find the best seller item, right? I think that right over here, 1,000, that's 1,168. we should have somebody selling this exact same product on to eBay. So now this one, let's go ahead and see right over here, Amazon choice, right? I think most people go ahead and post Amazon choice items. All right, there we go. There we go. We have a whole bunch of people selling this item. Let's go ahead and open them all up just to see that, just to find whoever is the one who actually got some sales on this item, yeah? Oh, wow. Kind of taking them back. 10 sales on that. But he's selling for the same
It's at
price,
the
so
same price.
yeah, so let's not worry about this guy. 5 available. See if anybody else. This guy, 5 available. Nope.
But I wouldn't even be too worried about if they're sold because they will have other items. If you find someone drop shipping on
Yeah,
eBay, one
yeah.
of those guys would have had like, I think 3,000 views, and then I will go and snipe all their stuff.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So let's go ahead and actually search through one of these guys, right? I mean, the fact that they even have reviews and right is proof that he's selling a whole bunch of
Right.
stuff.
Look at the
Yeah,
one about the one at 1829.
oh, this
He
guy's
has
selling even further, 21.98. He's marking it up like crazy, like
uh
almost
yeah,
double the
and
price.
his feedback. He has close to 10,000 feedback.
Exactly. So this guy is he's definitely a dropshipper. Let's go ahead and look through his store and like we'll find one of his hot items. So if you click his name, you'll find you'll find all his items pretty quickly. So let's say this item over here. All you have to do is go ahead and search the image on Google. Well, let's see if it has a margin yet. So let's open it up. Okay, so this one no sales yet. So let's go ahead and pick this one right over here. 5 available. By the way, guys, this guy is fully selling everything from Amazon. Yeah, we can already tell. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? The simple way to find all the items would be just let's go to his feedback. Right? This should be like feedback on like specific items. Yeah. So right over here, this item number. Like and then we go ahead and we find out that we know he's a drop shipper. And
Right.
by the way, guys, there you go. Here's all the items you can go ahead and like snipe. If you want to go ahead and use a sniping technique, we know this guy has some good margins. You just click the item numbers one by one over here, and then you can search the title onto Amazon. Just like this. This item sold 4 times. If we go ahead and we search it on Amazon, right? We're gonna find the same item.
And this is
Let's
how
go
you
ahead.
manually snipe on eBay.
Exactly. So right over here, 110 MXL, -6. There we go, same item. So this one right here, 11.99, and he's selling it for 23.98, and he sold 4 of them. So he's doing a ridiculous number. He's actually raising the price by 100%. So this is all possible. We
Yeah.
might go ahead and just snipe this guy's store and like you know what? Maybe we should just snipe him, yeah?
Yeah, we should snipe him.
Yeah, we should snipe him because he's doing a good number already, yeah. But all right, so yeah, so this is how you go ahead and do it. This item sold 4 times, and on Amazon, like right over here, right, it's selling for 11.99, right? Let's see, just make sure it's like, yeah, 2-pack, and this is 2-pack. There you go.
Yep.
So yeah, if this is what sniping is, what you would do is you would find the item, right? And now if I wanted to go ahead and like sell this exact item, I would sell it for $22 instead. And the reason why is because eBay says in their keynote, they said that in 2023, right, we have put an incredible emphasis on the price. So what that means is now more than ever, they care about price, right? If 2 items have the same, like let's say we search this, if we search this on eBay, what happens is the one that's going to be shown to the buyers is usually the cheapest one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you go ahead and list the same item, you already prove it's getting sales, and you go ahead and lower the price by a little bit, your item is going to be shown to all the eBay customers on their platform. Yeah. So that's what sniping is, and the reason why it works is because eBay favors the price, right? So
Right.
that's what sniping is. So now our technique is, like you know, this process, this one by one process, you know, it's a lengthy process. You know, like you know what, when I look at this person right over here, Dyson Group, right, I can make a few assumptions. So the fact that he has 33,000 items sold, and he has 99.3% positive feedback, I can make a couple assumptions from him. First of all, the first assumption is he sources from Amazon directly, right? So that means that his supplier is Amazon. If not Amazon, it must be Home Depot, Walmart, or like something obscure. Not obscure, popular. So he's a dropshipper for sure. He has high margins. And the fact that he sold 33,000 items, and I saw some of his listings already, I can say that he has done his research. Like he does not list 1,000 you know, iPhone cases. He has a good variety. Like for example, like right over here, like
And
this item of
this might have taken months to get to this state or this level.
exactly. He has right over here. You can see how many items he has. 8,251 items. Right. It is not. It is not a number of items that can be like. It is not a number of items that you could have just come up with like overnight. It's very difficult to go ahead and come up with 8,251 unique items. He definitely has put in. If he has 33 items, 1,000 sold items, right? He has definitely put in time and research on product sourcing. You know what I mean? So that's my second assumption. He's an Amazon dropshipper. He's a good seller. He's done his product research. So now the concept would be, what would happen if we go ahead and take his entire all his items, right, and then go ahead and list it onto our eBay account instead. The items we would have on our eBay account would already have all the research done. Like we already will do all the research whether like the items are selling or not, because he has already proven that, you know, these mini saw replacement drive belts are selling. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Since he already proved that for us, all we have to do is now we don't have to list the same item. We know that this item category, right, it sells. So what we would do is we would go on Amazon and find a mini saw replacement drive, and we would sell it. And you know, lucky for us, this item is the best seller, right? And then we can go ahead and list it onto our eBay store. So we know that this is a good niche to go ahead and sell, because this, you know, our guy Dyson Group, he has already proven it to us. So now what we're gonna do, the real magic that's gonna happen is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make sure that we're gonna go ahead and snipe his entire store. Okay, so the way that we would do it is, let's go ahead and we have a special button, right? See Dyson Group over here, right? If we press an open seller page, what happens is we get to his account, his store with 8,200 items, and this is the button that comes specifically with Ecom Sniper. So let's go ahead and talk about, you know, the buttons real quick, and then we can go ahead and so these eBay buttons over here, right? You can see it's the same logo as eBay. All it does, very simple, right? All it does is it takes this title, right, and it searches it on eBay. If you click it, it's gonna search this exact title on eBay. So that way you're able to find all the drop shippers like instantaneously. So you put a search result on Amazon, you click this button, right, and you're gonna find all the drop shippers that are selling that product. You know what I mean? Just all you have to do is match the picture. So all it is just like automation tools that's gonna help you like really like speeding up your workflow. You can go ahead and search you manually. I was doing it, I got annoyed, I went ahead and made this button. You know, that was the thought process behind it, yeah? So now that we understand what that button does, right? The next button that we have to talk about is, you know, if we go ahead and this open seller page. This open seller pages, all it does simply, it just go ahead and open up his store account and shows you all of the items. So if you go ahead and scroll down, right, you can see, you can go to the last page and it shows 240 results per item. So that's all it does. It just goes ahead and like helps you open up the eBay user's account quickly. The next thing we're going to talk about is the 3 buttons over here, you know, extract, clear, and show all titles. So what we're going to do, our mission, right, is to go ahead and copy all of the titles that this user has onto his account. And the reason why is because after we copy them, we're going to go ahead and throw them all inside the product hunter, and the product hunter will find all the items. either the same items or similar items. And then once the product hunter finds all of the items, we're gonna just throw it into the bulk lister. But let's go ahead and take it step by step. The first thing we're gonna do is, we're gonna go ahead and click extract all titles. And what it's gonna do, you can see that it's working. My hands are up, right? One by one, it's gonna start scanning the account one by one and just extract all the items from his account, all of them, right? So let's let it run for like 10 seconds, and then you'll see that all of the titles that we acquired. So the reason why we're getting the titles from his account is because he has already he has listed 8,200 items onto his account, and he has listed 8,200 unique niches. Every single item over here is not the same from each other. That means that when you're sniping his account, you're getting 8,200 unique listings, titles, right? Different items, categories. So when you go ahead and you start sourcing these items, your eBay account is gonna have a lot of variety, and variety is important because perhaps if you list 10,000 iPhone cases, yeah, you might sell a couple, right? But it's not a good way to go about eBay dropshipping. You should have variety in your story, because when you're exposed to variety, you're gonna be able to see it's gonna expose you to what really sells on the market. For example, just the other day, I got a lawnmower filter, right? We listed a lawnmower filter, I think from our scanning, and then we just listed it kind of blindly, and it sold. And then I realized many people have this misconception: I gotta list a table, I gotta list a chair, I gotta list a patio set. No, there's so many things that are selling that you're not gonna be able to come up by yourself. For example, that lawnmower filter. Mark, what about that oil mat
Yeah, the
that
oil
we
mat.
sold?
With the oil mat. I would have never come up with that either. So
Exactly. Exactly, right? Coming up with things like oil mats or lawnmower filters. I sell a whole bunch of fridge filters and stuff like that. It's for specific devices, and it'll blow your mind how much demand there are for specific items, for specific filters for specific items. And I would think that, why is that selling? It's only for one item, but there's a huge demand for it, and you got to go ahead and list a whole bunch of items, right? Of things that you don't understand, right? And you got to get yourself exposed to the reality, right? The truth in this business. Once you get into e-commerce, everything sells. Everything sells, yeah?
you just need
And
to know.
so,
You just need to
yeah,
know have a net cash wide enough, especially on
exactly.
eBay.
Exactly. You just want to put as many items out as you can, because everything sells. And if you can, and the problem, I think the thing that you really want to consider is, if you can think about the item, so has probably thousands of other people. Almost every product on Amazon we searched, right, randomly, already has competition on it. And the reason
Right.
why is because we thought of those items ourselves. You know what I mean? You gotta go ahead and make sure that when you're when you're thinking about the products to list, right? Everybody has listed the same chair. There's probably 1,000 of 100 people or 200 people that are listing chairs and tables, because that's all they're thinking of. You know what I mean? It's the easiest thing to someone can think about. But you want to go ahead and think about those more obscure things, like those lawnmower filters, things like that. Those
Yeah,
are
but no one
those are the gems.
no one thinks about that. I mean,
Yeah, for
a lot of
sure,
the
for
times
sure.
when things the initial mat, neither of those mats I listed thinking, yeah, I can't wait till a mat sells, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let's look at some of this guy's items, right? Over here, what this 2 die set. Maybe somebody else knows what this is, but I wouldn't think that this is the one that's selling on eBay.
Yeah.
This is not. I wouldn't naturally go ahead and think about, okay, let me go ahead and sell it RCBS 2 die set, right? That is, I would think about oh, a patio set. That is what people
Yeah.
want. But no, the funny thing is, this is the thing that people want. It already has 86 reviews. You can see it yourself. He sold 7 of them. This is what people want. You know what I mean? You gotta list this item, these type of items. And now the question is, how the hell do I think about that? Okay, the answer is simple. We just snipe somebody else who did all the hard work. Like we were scanning his account. We got to page 31 out of like, I don't know. Let's go ahead and press show titles. You see right off the bat, 7,440 titles we extracted from his account, right? We have all of these product categories ready to go, right? I'm gonna press copy, right? I'm gonna go to my product hunter, right? Open product hunter. I'm just gonna click import, one click of a button, right? Well, two, I guess, because I had to allow it, right? And we go ahead and put our filters, minimum price, maximum. Let's put, since we're getting a new account ready.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, listen. This account, this new account that we have, literally has like a. By the way, this is anyways, so right over here, this is a brand new account that we have, right? Right, it literally has no sales, nothing, right? It's a brand new account, and we're gonna go ahead and jumpstart it, right? We're gonna jumpstart this and like just put like 10. We're gonna copy an entire user's like niches and categories. This account has no sales, nothing at all. All it is we used our technique and we got our listing limits of 75,000, 750,000,
And
right?
someone commented and asked how to get those listed limits that quickly. I just gave him a small rundown, but when we put the course out, we'll add that to the course.
Yeah, yeah,
Full
and
explanation going step by step.
yeah, for sure. And like, if anybody wants to know quickly, go ahead and like just send us an email or send us a message.
Yeah,
Like
just
we're
comment.
here. Yeah, join the Telegram chat. We're here. We'll help you. So,
Right.
so this account, it has no items or whatever, right? We're gonna go ahead and we just scan somebody, right? Like we didn't scan him yet. We went through his account. We found 7,440 unique titles, right? Let's go ahead
Yeah.
and I want to get one item per search term, right? Because it's already all unique, right? Let's
Yeah,
get
and it's
one.
already 7,000.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, exactly. So let's if we do 7,000, let's just get one of every item he has,
Yeah.
right? So all we do is we just press search title, right? We're just using the software. Remember, guys, we just clicked a couple buttons, right? And we're building a store with around. We're gonna build a store that's gonna potentially have 7,000 unique items onto a store because every search result that's being posted, right, it's acquiring an item because you can see right off the bat. Like, let's do a quick filter right over here. Flex drain, flexible, expandable, landscape drain pipe. We know this sells, right? We know this works. We looked at, we did the research for this. We know it works,
Yes.
right? We're finding this item, like what this is. This again, these obscure items, these are the things that are selling, right? And you're not gonna be able to come up with these items yourself. So we're gonna let this product hunter scan, and it's gonna go ahead and find all of the obscure items, right? And it's gonna go, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab them, and we're just gonna go ahead and list them. And you know what? We've already done I've explained the process to you. I've already scanned somebody else, right? I've already scanned this seller over here, like only 2,000 items of his so far, right?
Yeah,
So we
and
can,
I know we got a bit sidetracked, guys, but I hope one thing, I hope you guys understand what sniping is, and also I hope you guys understand the power of Ecom Sniper. And we just
it's
taking a
ridiculous.
certain process. Yeah, we're taking a certain process that sells and multiplying the your time and your input.
Oh my God.
Software.
This is so ridiculous because we literally pulled up 2,600 unique items and we are fairly confident all of these items are gonna sell. And our ecom and eBay Sniper, what it does, right? It's good. And let's say this item right over here. By the way, you guys, you can go ahead and it's even Ecom Sniper, the product hunter is even nicer. If you click it, right, it's gonna go ahead and open up the Amazon page, right? Here's the one thing. It's a quick lesson. Everybody should understand this concept, right? If you go ahead and you search this item onto eBay, right, ebay.com, right, it's gonna have a whole bunch of competition. Like I can almost guarantee it. Like this is just the nature of business, right? 50.99, right? So this is 36.89, and this one has 50.99, 52.99, 49.03, and look, endless amount of competition, right? So that means that if you go ahead and you list this item and you just copy and paste the title, right, you're gonna start competing with all of these guys,
With the
right? And
exact
then
same photo, with the exact same
exactly,
same title, with everything.
exactly. But look, what happens is when we press snipe title, right? What's gonna happen is we're gonna get a unique title, and then that unique title makes it so that when a buyer is searching up our title, right? It's not gonna be the same. They're not gonna see all the competition, right? Like for example, like right over here, this title, this is our perfect title, right? If we search it up on eBay, let's say ebay.com, and then we're gonna go ahead and search it, and then what's gonna happen is I can guarantee, right, that we're not gonna find the same item, right? Our item is gonna be shown, right, competing with these guys, right? And the customer is not gonna be comparing the price of our items with all the other ones, like because our item is unique. But if over here, right, if the customer sees all the same items, they're gonna be like, okay, this one is 44, so maybe there's a cheaper one. I like this item. Let me see. Okay, let's go ahead from the buyer's perspective.
Yeah, there's no the only difference on this page is price.
Exactly.
The
So the
presentation
buyer,
is different, the images are different.
exactly. Even the slight change in color is almost negligible, right? Like what
Yeah.
I would do is I would go ahead and if I'm really serious about this specific item, I'd go ahead and just buy this guy who's at 44.86 because everything's generally the same. I don't like this guy's he tried to go out and make himself a little different by inverting the picture. But
Yeah.
nah, to me, my guy, I'm telling you, like this to me it's the same thing, right?
It's the same.
Color or picture, like doesn't matter. Like so there's no way you're gonna be selling this item if you're not selling it for below 44.86. And if you do that, right, there's not much of a margin over here, right? But at Ecom Sniper, we're able to sell it for 60 bucks is because over here, right, our item is gonna show up over here instead, right? With other different people, and the same item is not gonna be like shown to everybody. So our item is gonna show up over here with a whole new set of competitors that are not selling the same thing. But your item is gonna be unique. So you're giving the buyer variety. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope everybody, and I know this video is going long, like, subscribe. If you, as you follow these videos that we do, go in the comment section and ask specific questions. But yeah, Sammy, go ahead.
Yeah, so like this is a brief rundown of what I said, and I think we're gonna have to have a very long form content. Yeah, and like we're making a course, right? Like that whatever concept I'm talking to you about, right? It's very deep, like very, very deep, right? I'm trying to my best to give you like the answer in a short content, right? But it really requires understanding, right? We're talking about buyer psychology. We're talking about the eBay algorithm. We're talking about all of these components that are coming together that is helping us produce the sale, right? Ecom Sniper takes all of that into consideration. It is so important to make sure your titles are unique. The reason why is because every dropshipper and their mother, right, is dropshipping on eBay. Right?
Yeah,
They're
and
going
using the
ahead
same titles.
using the same title because it's that easy, right? It's hard to come ahead. Like imagine I ask you to come up with 6 different titles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different titles for this one product. How long is it gonna take you? It's gonna take you a long, long time, right? Look at the titles that we produce. Every single one of them is almost like a masterpiece, right? Every one of them, right, is unique. Every one of them is beautiful. You go ahead and you put any one of these titles onto your eBay store, right? Your item, right? Your title is gonna be unique, and you're not competing with everyone and their mother, right?
And
There's thousands.
anyone you guys who are watching this that are currently drop shipping on eBay, you could actually go drop ship their items. So cheers.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, so just understand, right? Like, if you go ahead and you copy the exact title and from Amazon and you post it on eBay, right? You're literally like, you better make sure that your price is lower than everybody else. You better make sure that there's margin. You better be able. You're basically sniping, right?
Yeah, but they're
Think
not,
Mar-
it's still not gonna come through. They're not gonna get the sales. They need a process that works
I,
consistently.
I, I think like you can, like if you
When
put
I
in a
say you
lot of work,
generate some sales, but you're
yeah,
not gonna generate consistent where the time makes any sense.
yeah,
But
yeah,
anyway,
exactly,
guys,
exactly.
let's end the video because we have a lot of work to do. So like,
Wait,
subscribe. What else? What do you want to give them before we go, Sammy?
I think I just want to go ahead and like I'm gonna start the bulk listing process, right? So I just want everybody to kind of like see that.
Yeah, so the actual process from the product hunter to the bulk lister.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have already scanned these 2,600 items, right? So let's go ahead and like just throw it into the bulk hunt lister, and we're gonna come back tomorrow or the next day or the next day after that, and we're gonna see the results, how many items posted, right? So all you do is, like I'm gonna do is quick. You should look through the items, but I am fairly confident all of them are very good. The reason why is because we went ahead and like sniped a drop shipper. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna press export, and we're gonna have 2,642 links. I'm gonna press copy, right? Just that simple, right? I'm gonna go ahead and open up the bulk lister, right? Oh, by the way, before we do that, what I just want to do is I just want to list one item manually, just to make sure because it's a brand new account, right?
Yeah.
So if this is a brand new account, I just want to make sure that we're able to snipe it. We're able to list it easily. So I'm just gonna press snipe. By the way, the pictures are being changed. Yeah, so again, like the pictures are being changed, like we're going ahead and we're not even listing the same picture, right? Remember we last time we looked into like what other dropshippers are selling, but look at our picture, how aesthetic it is. Yeah, it's like just our pictures are just so aesthetic.
So
You know
yeah,
what I
so
mean?
that's the main image that eBay will get as opposed to all the others that are equal.
Exactly. And by the way, guys, look at this, right? I click snipe title again, and what ended up happening is if you rewind the video, you'll see that our perfect title is different than the one we had last time. So what does that mean? It means that every single time you click snipe title, you're getting a unique title that you've never seen before. So that means, let's say we have 100 people come in to try to list this product. It doesn't matter because every single time is going to be unique.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It protects you. Like Ecom Sniper is your weapon, it's your protection, it's all in one. So we're gonna press OptiList, and then it's gonna go ahead and list this item onto eBay. I just want to make sure that before we just throw it into the bulk lister, we all can just watch this process one more time. My hands are up, right? It's gonna go ahead and do the entire process from A to Z, right? It's gonna go ahead and upload all the images. It's right. Like we can see from that, you can see our hands are up. It has a better image than the Amazon image. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like like it's crazy because if somebody sees this image, right, it has so much validation. They get so much information from like just looking at the image. They're seeing the main image, then they're seeing all the side images. They say that the buyer you have 7 seconds to convince the buyer to go ahead and click your listing. The first battle is going ahead and having a buyer click the listing. The second battle is going ahead. The first battle is your click through rate. The second battle is your sell through rate, right? So
Right.
there's 2 battles to win. On eBay, there's 2 battles. Remember this. The first battle is your click through, which is completely dependent about your price, title, and your
Image.
picture image. Exactly. That's the first one. And the second battle is your sell through. It's dependent on your description, your item specific. Like you gotta convince the buyer to go ahead and add it to the cart and like purchase it after that. First one is click through. Second one is sell through. So we are winning the first battle by optimizing the title, like making perfect readable titles that really appeal to the buyer, right? Large anti-UV beach tent, portable compact sunshade shelter. You know what I mean? Like we're letting this appeals to the buyer. Fits 3 to 4 persons, giving the information that the buyer needs, right? Just from the title. And then the image, right? It's so inclusive, right? That if you go ahead and only put the first image on Amazon, on eBay, what's happening is the buyer only gets a little bit of information, right? If you put all of the side images together, right? Then the buyer all of a sudden he gets a lot more information. You're piquing his interest to the maximum, right? The more information you give the buyer, the more likely they are to go ahead and convert, right? So you're going ahead and you're giving all this information to the buyer, and then we have these badges. You're letting him know it's a bestseller and that there's a limited time deal. You're going ahead and you're creating this urgency, right? And you're giving him the validation he needs that this item is a good buy. And then secondly, we put the United States flag to let him know that this item is gonna ship fast. all in once. This one picture is conveying so much information. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. At Ecom Sniper, we made it 10,000. That should be our motto, right? A picture is worth 1,000 words. At Ecom Sniper, we made it 10,000. Yeah, that should definitely be the motto, and it's true. It's true. Like, look, like like Mark, let me get your objective like opinion. Like
No, it's
the
the images are a lot better. And
exactly.
the time it would take if someone had to edit the image and cut and paste, this really saves a lot of time.
100%. You tell me about your psychology when you're looking at the image, right, and it has a whole bunch of information like the side images. Isn't that, aren't you're providing service to the buyer? Like you're providing value to the buyer
Yeah, and
because
you'll get much high click rate with those images than
exactly.
than the single one.
Exactly, because you're giving so much value to the buyer because you're giving him the information he needs. That is what sales is about. Like we're trying to convey in 7 seconds that this product is the right product for you. Like that is my job, right? If I go ahead and I talk to you about it, okay, cool, right? But you know what? Like people don't have like understand this. As the world progress, people are like ADHD rates. They say like 1 in 4 people have it now, right? ADHD is like people having problems concentrating. As time goes by, as technology continues to advance, people's attention spans are going to get lower and lower and lower. There used to be a time when somebody could go ahead and like watch a 30-minute YouTube video, right? Now it's like we got their YouTube shorts. They want to get excited in 7 seconds. So everybody watching this video who got to this point, congratulations. You're amongst the small minority of people that have somehow preserved your attention span. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but in the online world of e-commerce, right? Everybody has a very short attention span. It's 7 seconds. It could be 5. It could be 3, 2, 3 years from now. Who knows, right? So our job is to be able to convey that like as much information, right, faster and more as we continue. That is what the trick is for e-commerce, right? That is the trick on eBay. Anyway, so this item posted, and we can see. We're just gonna go look. We're just gonna look through the item real quick, and then you can go ahead and see it. So right over here, we didn't do anything, guys, right? Like and all of a sudden, like all of the item specifics, like a vast amount, and just know every single of these item specifics help you get shown visibly onto the eBay search results. We're not going to talk about that too much here.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so like let's go ahead and just see the listing from the buyer's perspective. Large anti-UV beach tent. They go ahead and see the image. They go ahead and see a professional image, a professional title. They go ahead and see the item specifics, right? They see it's filled out. They're gonna go ahead and see, okay, someone put a lot of effort into it, and so then they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna see the listing. And by the way, they're able to click the pictures, and then it just goes ahead and creates this beautiful effect. It shows this professionalism. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like if a buyer comes ahead and see this, they're gonna be like, okay, this seller, he's legit. You know what I mean? He probably owns the item. He probably whatever. I've had people go ahead and think I'm the actual manufacturer or somebody, right? The direct retailer because my listings were that perfect, right? A large anti-UV beach tent. It doesn't go ahead and put the entire title, right? It puts the main thing, right? Because we want the buyer to know exactly what it is. So there's little latency. There's little resistance for them to know what it is, because if a buyer is confused, right, they're gonna click away. You
Yeah.
need to make sure that they're not confused at all in the whole process, right? The features, right? If somebody wants to read the features, okay, cool. But then we go ahead and we summarize each one of these features, and we go ahead and turn them into a benefit so the buyer can easily translate all of these features and understand what the benefit is for them. And then we go ahead and we close the buyer, right? We go ahead and we tell them why choose us. I don't know if they go ahead and read this, but it's nice, like we complete the funnel, and then we go ahead and we give them as much information they need about the shipping, return, feedback, and contact us. And then we let them know, thank you for supporting a small family business. Right? This is the funnel.
And
Right. So
this is all done through Ecom
uh,
Sniper.
all automatic, man, all automatic. So now that we understand how the listing works, let's go ahead and I'm gonna export it one more time. I'm gonna remove the first one because we already listed it. I'm gonna copy the links. We're gonna go to the bulk lister. I'm gonna paste it in, right? I'm gonna put a thread count of, let's say, 5 for now. right? And that's all I did, guys. 2,641 items ready to go, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just click list on eBay, right? And then there you go. 5 tabs are opening simultaneously. It's gonna go ahead and keep listing all of these items one by one onto eBay, right? Like until it finishes all 2,641 items. We started like half an hour ago, and a lot of it because we're talking, right? And then look what's happening. It's creating the perfect title. It's creating the perfect title. All of it is creating the perfect title. This one is not in stock. What it's gonna do is it's gonna skip it. Like, you know what I mean? It's that powerful. Like, it protects you from Vera, it protects you from out of stock. It goes ahead and only lists the items that are available. So you don't have to worry about making sure that you're listing items that are in stock or not, because it goes ahead and does all of that work for you. You can see that it went ahead and created the titles, and it's gonna start opening up the eBay tabs one by one automatically, and then it's gonna go ahead, like right over here, right? You can see the arrow. It's pointing towards the arrow. So this is the eBay tab. This is the Amazon tab, right? It's listing this item. It already picked the image. It generated the title all automatically, right? Remember, it generated the title all automatically. You didn't have to do anything. Universal Acro Rail adapter compatible with RS Dovetail Quick Mount. Much nicer title than the Amazon, right? And it's going ahead and it's uploading this image directly. You didn't do a single thing, guys. You know what I mean? You went ahead and you just scanned 2,641 items, right? And then you did it so quickly. You scanned another dropshipper. He did all the research for the categories. You got all of his items, and now you just went to your product hunter. You found all the items in that niche, right? And then all you're doing is you're throwing it inside the bulk lister, and you're waiting. You're waiting until all 2,641 items are gonna be listed. By the way, our goal is to put 10,000 items onto this account. When you put 10,000 items, you're gonna get results, especially if you're putting a whole bunch of variety. And all their titles are being changed completely, so that means that it's being shown in the eBay results. You know, it's not being shown with other dropshippers. So we're able to raise the price by 60% and not have to worry about competition. Our images are attractive, right? And our descriptions and everything has a perfect funnel. Okay, so I hope we're gonna come back and show you all the items that are listed in like maybe a day, 2 days, whatever, however long this takes. We only put 5 threads. You can put 10 if you want, but it just depends on how strong your computer is. If you have a powerful computer, put 30 threads. You're gonna post 3,000 items in one day. You know what I mean? You could do that. But this is a brand new account where we want to avoid the gaze of eBay scrutiny. So we're gonna take it slow. We're gonna put 5 threads, and we're just gonna let it run. Like we're not gonna do anything. It's just like a listing machine.
All right,
Okay.
guys. So if you have any more questions, again, add it to the comment section. Check out Ecom Sniper in the description. And I hope you guys who are thinking about starting to dropship on eBay start, because you want to start a couple months before fourth quarter, right? Sam?
Wait, I gotta just say one thing that like I'm sorry guys if I'm taking up your time. Oh, well, I feel you can always stick out, right? But
yeah.
I think you want to hear this, right? Like, the main mission that I'm promoting, right, is not to create a job for yourself, right? You should not go ahead and like list items or do customer service. That is not your job, right? Because all of this stuff is automated. We have a process. You list 10,000 items, you're gonna get sales, right? Your job as an entrepreneur, right, is to go ahead and grow your business. And the only way to grow your business is scaling it. So your job is solely, like, you should only be thinking about scale. You should be thinking about, okay, I have one eBay account. How do I get another one? How do I get another one? Right? Ecom Sniper is taking care of everything else. You just saw 10,000 items onto your account instantly, no problem, right? Your job should be, how do I get another 10 accounts? How do I get another 100 accounts? And your day-to-day job, right, is to go ahead and scale. Like, so imagine is like we are giving you a service, like a franchise. We're giving you a franchise, right? Your job is to go ahead and do the research to open up each individual franchise, but the franchise itself will work and operate by itself. So Ecom Sniper already has a whole system, right, that helps you launch your store instantly. You can make a 10,000 item store that's going to start selling a whole bunch of items instantly, right? And all you want to do is replicate that system over and over again by creating more and more eBay accounts. And we have a whole system. We have a technique that gives you a roadmap, a blueprint to go ahead and create a whole bunch of eBay accounts. I understand. Like I spoke to a lot of users, and they always they're telling me like, look, I want to make $400 a day. I want I want to quit my job. They tell me stuff like that, right? Listen, if you want to quit your job, you got to put in the work, right? It's not about and you cannot be complacent thinking like, okay, I'm gonna create one eBay account and that's it. No, the thing is, if you're not growing a business, you're killing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're gonna start this business, right, there is no path forward except growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. So make sure that when you're starting this business, right, your mentality from the very beginning is I'm gonna take this to scale. I'm gonna take it to the moon, right? And if you are not able to land on the moon, right, just know you're gonna get somewhere pretty damn near
Pretty
it.
close.
Exactly, right? And whoever's saying I want to make $400 a day to quit my job, forget about it. That's not the right mentality, right? This business is not stable. Your job should be I want to make $1 million so I can invest in real estate or something like that.
Yeah.
Change your goals, right? Don't think about it like like $400 a day. You might hit that one day. Tomorrow your eBay account is suspended. No, you want to think about right now. We have a system that works. Right? It works today. Things can change in a month from now, a year from now. It works today, right? Opportunity doesn't last forever. Take action, right? Make 100 eBay accounts, whatever. Scale your operation. Get a whole bunch of sales, right? And then go ahead and invest it into real estate or whatever, so you can get a real consistent $400 a day or whatever. eBay dropshipping, what it really allows you in the end of the day is an opportunity to acquire a whole bunch of capital wealth quickly. Because remember, this business completely separates your time from your income. So even saying some statement like I want to make $400 a day, you're still tying it in with time. You know what I mean? It's that's you got to get rid of that attitude. When you're coming into becoming an entrepreneur, it's not about making a certain amount every day. It's about how can I acquire $1 million? It's about capital milestones. You get what I'm saying, Mark?
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, like it's this mental. It's like I know a lot of guys are coming from like jobs like 9 to 5 labor and stuff like that. So they're still stuck on I want to make $300 a day to quit my job. No, my guys, this is not the right mentality, right? You're still tying time with business, and if you ever do that, you just create a job for yourself in the simplest terms. No, think about how to make 100,000. Think about how to make $1 million, right? I would say everybody's goal should be to make 100,000 and then go into other investments and just keep reinvesting into your business, right? If you want financial freedom, make as much money as you can for things that are working today.
So
Okay,
yes,
anyways,
guys.
yeah, I think that'll be it for me. Huh? Sorry for the run.
No, that's fine. That's fine, dude.
Yeah,
So like the video, subscribe to the channel, guys, and give a thumbs up for Sammy's rant.
yeah.
All right.
Emotional cow cry. All right, man. Thanks, guys, for having me. Huh?